Howdy folks, Mackie here with Mackie Red Horsemanship. This is day 4 of the trailer loading program for So Be It, and he's doing really well. I mentioned on the last video that he was kind of hard to catch, so I thought I'd put my GoPro on my head so we could see how this goes. I told his owner, Jack, that he was getting better and better, but it was still a bit of a problem to catch. I told him it wouldn't be long and why he wouldn't run off at all, and it turns out that this day, yesterday when I thought that he would head off to the far end of the arena, he didn't. He just stayed right there. And as a matter of fact, you'll see here I have to kind of run him out of the stall in hopes that he would make this a little more difficult than it turned out to be. So I apologize for it. He's just coming along so well that even now, and this just happened overnight, being caught's not that big a deal for him anymore. He's not near as nervous or afraid, and that all takes time. So if you've got a horse that's a little hard to catch, round pin work is the way to solve that problem. Get them looking at you as the leader in this herd of two, and it won't be long until they'll come right up to you. They want you. They want to catch you. They want to get on with whatever's going to happen. And so that's what it was for So Be It. He was just as sweet as he could be today. So there you go. Hard horse to catch is no longer hard to catch. So I thought, well, I'd catch him and then you can see the trailer over there. I thought, well, we'll just go to the trailer and we'll see how he does loading in the trailer on day 4. And he's getting better at leading. He's still a little hesitant about following me wherever I go, but he's getting better and better at that. So anyways, we'll walk over here to the trailer and I'll get the doors open, and I'm not going to run him in a circle. I'm just going to ask him if he'd like to get in. And you're going to notice that he's going to hesitate about getting in, and that's all right. Every day is a new day for a horse, but he's not afraid of the trailer. He's just trying to decide just exactly what I want him to do. So lots of rubbing, letting him know that he's a good boy. You got to fix his hair so he looks good for the camera. That's a joke. Anyways, I'm going to ask him if he wants to get in the trailer. And he's going to hesitate. He's going to look inside, but he's not real sure about it. I'm just going to encourage him with a little clucking. See, he really just wants to be with me, which is not a bad thing. So he just kind of hops in. Just going to keep encouraging him. Not getting after him a whole bunch, just a little bit of encouragement until he crawls in there. And I have had some trouble with him getting off the trailer, so we worked on that on day 3. And he sure did better. Each day he's gotten better and better. And you'll see I gave him a treat. I'm not much of a treat guy, but I want to reinforce that being in the trailer is a good thing, and that when he comes out of the trailer, he doesn't have to run around. I don't want him to think that every time he comes to the back of the trailer, he's got to get his adrenaline up and start running in circles. So just going to rub on him a little bit. So because he hesitated that time, I'm just going to ask him to go in just a couple circles, not any big deal. And you can tell by his trot that he's not frantic, he's not nervous, he's not scared about it. But I thought I'd let him make a few circles. You see him hesitate at the trailer, like he wants to get in that trailer. And so I bring him back around here, ask him to get in there quietly. And you can see I'm quite a ways from the trailer when I offer him the trailer, and of course he crawls right in. So he does real well. I'm going to offer him a treat again here, I think. Yep. And he got distracted by something else. But the key here is that he gets in the trailer calmly and he gets out of the trailer calmly. And he certainly wasn't like that. If you go back and review day 1 with him in the trailer and day 2 with him loading in the trailer, you'll be able to see a huge difference in day 4 than in those earlier days. And again, this is only day 4. We got one more day to go. But I can already tell you that I don't think we're going to have much trouble getting So Be It in any trailer, whether it's my trailer or somebody else's trailer. It's just not going to be a problem. So I want to make sure that I let him stay in there as long as he's comfortable being in there. When I backed up, he got off the trailer, but notice how he gets off the trailer nice and quiet. Now, some people say, well, don't you want your horse to back off the trailer? And the answer is yes, I do. All of my horses back off the trailer because oftentimes I'll have 3, 4, maybe 5 horses in this trailer when we're day working, and they can't turn around to get off. It's not going to work. So they have to learn to back off. And So Be It will learn that in time. But early on, when he's just learning the process of getting on the trailer and off the trailer, I don't worry about it. I don't make a big deal about it. He'll learn to back off that trailer as we work together in time. So ask him to get on quietly again, and again he gets on quietly. So really good, and this is just an example of what your horse can be like too, if you'll take the time and put together a program, something that you do every day for at least 5 days, and then you may want to refresh it every now and then. What I like to do is load a horse in a trailer and then just take him for a little ride. You know, go to town if you live close to town and get yourself a soda, and come back and unload him off the trailer, so he kind of knows what to expect each time he gets in that trailer, and he'll just get more and more comfortable with being in the trailer. Matter of fact, when I used to live around town, I would load him in a trailer, drive around for a bit, stop, get a soda. They were just excited to get to stand still for a little while. So remember that all of these things are a process. It's not something, they're not going to lick this off a fence, and you aren't either. If you don't work at your horsemanship, you're just always going to have the same kind of problems over and over. Great Horseman told me one time, if you want a better horse, you're going to have to be a better horseman. And so that's really the key. The horse will do just about anything that we ask him to do, but we have to learn how to ask and then how to reward. A lot of folks, they just ask, they don't reward. Or some folks just reward, they never ask. And so that's a combination. It's really developing your skill as a horseman. And so off he goes, and I thought that's pretty good. I think now what we'll do is we'll just take him over into his side of the barn. He has a nice big paddock area, and I thought I'd just tie him up, let you see that process, how that all goes. And I'm walking backwards so that you can see him, and that's why he's kind of acting weird, because he's wondering why I'm looking back at him. And so he acted like maybe he'd like to do a little groundwork, so I said, okay. Now, it's taken me quite a bit to get So Be It to understand that when I point a direction, I want him to go that direction. But as you can see now, this is probably day 5 of his groundwork, and you can see he's got a nice easy trot. He's not excited. Nice long lead rope, when before he was dragging me all over this arena. But he's learning to follow that direction, that language that we've established, which is really a body language, a sign language, if you will, for the horse, because the horse, he's not much of a talker. So I thought that was really sweet. Walk him over here, I'm going to tie him to the rail. You're going to see the knot that I tie. I call it the bank robber's knot. It's pretty simple, and you'll get to see it right there. You can review it. It's, I think, the best way to tie a horse up. It's he can pull back as hard as he wants, and you're still going to be able to get that knot untied. Should he pull back as hard as he can. Give him another little treat. Tell him what a good guy he is. Back off so you can take a good long look at him. But So Be It continues to make really good progress, and your horse can too. If you just put together a program or follow my program, and if you need any help with that, give us a holler. We'd love to have the opportunity to work with you, and see you down the trail. Adios.